Don't do anything drastic unless you want to look like this. Ah! Every time I leave the house, these in my face. Giving an update on my life becoming a nightmare.
With over 8 million followers on just TikTok alone, Mr. Prada is super viral. But his content recently has taken a dramatic and scary turn, as fans have noticed that he just disappeared from social media and then returned in 2024 acting completely different. If you don't know who Mr. Prada is, his videos usually take viral TikTok sounds and use them in a witty and funny way. But by the end of 2023, he had completely ghosted everyone and just disappeared, leaving his 8 million followers to speculate what had happened to him.
Where did this man go? I used to see him every single day on my For You page, and then now I just don't.
The only thing that his followers were able to do was take prior TikTok lives and his YouTube page in order to sort of speculate what was going on in his personal life and why he felt the need to just disappear from everyone. In a video that he posted to his YouTube channel back in July 2023 titled "Woke Up Depressed, At Least I'm Skinny Though," he talked really openly about his struggles with depression and his problems in his past relationships.
I didn't want to get out the bed today, but I got out the bed, of course, because I'm too skinny and sexy to lay in the bed all day and night. Relationships is a waste of time. Do not get into a relationship with anybody. All they're gonna do is lie and cheat.
But after this hiatus, he has now reappeared in April 2024, but now as a completely different Mr. Prada. He almost immediately took to TikTok and cut all of his hair off.
I think I might regret this. I don't know. What do you think? I have a head, but I don't know what we're gonna do about these patches. Itchy.
In a video titled "Life Update," he shaves all of his hair off with clippers. In between cutting his hair off, he screams and he goes on these sort of nonsensical tangents.
Life is a prison. Get me the out. Like, I just woke up yesterday. I woke up yesterday. I looked at the ceiling. I said, ah!
You don't really know what he's thinking and how he feels. He just knows that he has to cut all of his hair off. In between the clippers, he's questioning why he looks like an egg over and over again.
Why you look like an egg? Why you look like an egg? Why do you look like an egg? Why do you look like an egg?
And he talks about how in this moment in his life, it's a mess and he has to start from scratch.
I was almost perfect, but now I have to start over. I got to start from scratch.
So you can kind of infer from this video that this is his Doja Cat or his Britney moment. People have speculated though why exactly he needed to cut his hair off. They're saying things like, oh, well, maybe he just didn't like his hair, or he clearly was having some texture issues. But I don't really think this is the case when you consider what Mr. Prada did next. In this life update video, Mr. Prada proceeds to then cut off his eyebrows and his beard. Another point that I want to touch on with this life update video is it's really sad not only to watch because he's clearly going through something and he wants all of us to see him sort of starting this new Mr. Prada, but it's hard to watch because he doesn't edit out any of his outtakes like he does on TikTok. So you can't really understand sort of where he's starting or where he's going with some of his sentences. You don't really know what he's going through until 5 days later, when he then posts a video to the same exact YouTube channel titled "I'm Bipolar." And in this video, he starts off by confirming that yes, he does have bipolar disorder. He has been diagnosed, it seems.
I got bipolar. I'm bipolar. Yeah. Y'all never seen anybody that's bipolar before? See, I was trying to hide it, but it just slipped out.
But he doesn't really want to go into any details about it because he thinks that people will use this information against him. In this same video, he then goes into talking about makeup and getting a chemical peel and just improvements that he wants to make with his physical appearance.
I need to learn how to do makeup so I could be a baddie. I need another chemical peel. I'm going to get one.
He also randomly talks about how people really wanted him to come back to TikTok bad, and now that he is back, he's happy to be back. He then transitions the video into trying to find his eyeliner for a bit.
No, because that was my favorite fucking eyeliner.
And then by the end of the video, he's offering people tips on how to deal with mental health problems.
Talk to a professional. Don't do anything drastic unless you want to look like this.
Now that Mr. Prada is back on social media, he has also been posting more on his TikTok, and the TikTok videos have taken a dramatic turn. They are all over the place. You can't really tell, once again, what he's saying, and his sentences just sort of ramble on, and then he sees something else, and then he goes out of frame, and then he talks about something else for a little bit. It definitely does seem like he's in a sort of manic state. In one video, for example, he's getting ready to go to church, but it's all sped up, so you can't really understand or make out what's actually happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna show my underwear in that time. Black beauty. I wish I could see my underwear. I love my underwear really bad. But like, I'm so behind still. Here's everything. The outfit today is gonna be Tommy shoes, gonna be burger. It's gonna be today we're wearing Dolce. So let's try to sound real good. And now I'm gonna get dressed.
And then in another video, you do kind of get the sense of what he's been experiencing off camera and offline. He's making chicken and potatoes. He said that he's been trying to eat more because he hasn't been having an appetite. And he mentions his therapist, and he does confirm in this TikTok that he previously had a mental breakdown.
My therapist told me in order to like get from cause my mental breakdown, I gotta do all the stuff like I was normally doing. You know, like last year before I took that long ass break from TikTok.
I want to talk to you guys about how Mr. Prada's fans are reacting to him being back and how they're reacting to all of this. On the one hand, they obviously are happy that he's back. A lot of people have been speculating since he's been off social media, and they've been posting about this in their own TikToks about how he just disappeared and they don't know what had happened to him. For him to be back, they're excited about it. He's made a lot of people laugh for years and years, but then on the other hand, they don't know what is wrong with him, and they haven't really gotten an answer out of him as to what has been happening in his personal life. He has made comments here and there that he has been in a psych ward and he has been dealing with some stuff that he hasn't really wanted to talk to people about.
Anybody that says Illuminati, block. Anybody that says Doja Cat, block all of them. Block anybody that says anything about my hair, block them. Anybody that says anything rude, block them.
But we haven't really gotten a full sit down live video of where he is mentally and what he has been going through. And I don't really think we're going to get that because he doesn't really seem to be in a place to be able to provide that to us. I mean, he has millions and millions and millions of followers and fans, and we all know that social media not only makes our existing mental health issues worse, it can outright cause a development of disorders. In a 2023 study, it was found that, quote, the use of social networks is strongly correlated with the development of anxiety and other psychological problems, such as depression, insomnia, stress, decreased subjective happiness, and a sense of mental deprivation. And unfortunately, it seems like this is what's happening in Mr. Prada's case. He has had a mental breakdown, and clearly he's dealt with some bipolar and depression issues in the past. One can also speculate it's because of this immense amount of pressure that he has with these millions of followers and with this content being, I'm pretty sure, his main source of income, how he feels the pressure to post and comment and provide content for his followers day in and day out, and this has taken a toll on him. A lot of people use social media like TikTok to escape, and it is so entertaining. We all love it. I can sit here for hours and hours, and the algorithm knows me so well, and I can be just so wrapped up in my own world. But these studies have also shown that these entertainment apps can make us all feel like shit and make us feel even worse about ourselves. This same study found that, quote, the use of social networks has also been reported to be associated with lower self-esteem, a decreased sense of subjective well-being shortly after its use, and a decrease in the levels of satisfaction with life in the long run. It's so easy on these apps, especially TikTok, which people don't really think about, to subconsciously compare yourself to other people. TikTok has made me realize that everyone is funny, and a lot of people out there make me laugh. I grew up thinking that no one could ever make me laugh except for myself. I was the funniest person ever. But honestly, I am not as funny as you bitches. And everyone is so attractive. Everyone has a great life, and my algorithm is algorithming all the time. So I'm seeing and comparing myself to almost everything on this app. The apps that you think are the most entertaining for you are just helping you escape your problems and are only hurting your mental health in the long run. With Mr. Prada, it does seem like him being back on social media, we're able to read a little bit in between the lines in his videos. These videos, even though they are, as I've mentioned over and over again, nonsensical and just statements, and then he'll just run out of frame and then come back and then talk about makeup or talk about getting a chemical peel, it does seem like there is some vulnerability in these videos, especially because you consider the fact that he is probably used to editing a lot of his outtakes because of TikTok. That's the thing that you do on there. So for him to just keep these in, and you can kind of see the sentences that he's struggling with and the thoughts that he's sort of trailing off with, you can see the things that he's thinking in his head.
Because I'm changing up my aesthetic. I'm finna be the baddest punk. Oh yeah, I thought somebody said something. I don't give a I'm finna be the baddest motherfucker punk. I don't give a damn. I'm changing up my aesthetic. When my hair go back, I'm finna be bad as I'm finna be sexy again. But not right now. I have to wait. I gotta wait these 3 months it takes for my eyebrows to grow back. Like, damn, why did I cut the eyebrows too?
One thing that you notice over and over again that he kind of comes back to is him being a bad and him having this confidence, then talking about how he wants to get a chemical peel and how, you know, he's skinny, but he's depressed and how he wants to get into makeup. So you can kind of infer that he has some issues with his self-esteem, and there does seem to be something going on with how he feels with the way that he looks. Social media makes us all way more self-conscious and obviously sensitive about the way that we look and our appearance. With the use of filters and editing and correcting, we're able to hide a lot of parts of ourselves that we don't feel like the public wants to see, and parts of ourselves that we don't want to see because we're too busy comparing ourselves to the way that other people's perfected images look. We're cutting out our outtakes and we're only leaving in the funny parts, the good looking parts, and the parts that we want to show, not what we're actually dealing with and who we actually feel deep down inside. I hope that Mr. Prada is getting the help that he needs offline and behind closed doors. He's mentioned several times that he doesn't really want people talking about his mental health issues and using it against him, but I do think that there is power in being vulnerable. However, I think that he should take the time that he needs offline to be the person that he wants to be online. And I don't think that this is it. I don't think that this is what he's going to look back on and be proud of, but I'm not here to tell anyone how to live their life. So if that's helping someone, him coming on social media and just being exactly how he feels in this moment, more power to him.
Everybody to know your business. You want thousands of people watching you. Every time I leave the house, these hoes in my face.
But let me know how you guys feel about all of this. Do you think that Mr. Prada should take a break from social media and get the help that he needs? Or do you think that this is an outlet for him and something that he will look back on and be proud about because he is sharing how he feels deep down inside? Drop down below and let me know. Also, if you have any suggestions for future videos or future content that I should post on this channel, any sort of deep dives or topics or people that I should discuss, leave those suggestions down below as well. And don't forget to take a break, take a walk, go to the mailbox. Just take time for yourself off of social media. It is a crazy world out there and there is so much content to consume. So I promise you, once you go for a break, you can come back and get right back to it. Speaking of, I'll get back to doing what I was doing, which was literally sitting in this chair and rotting away. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
And yeah, that's it.